Namaste. I'm Nikita, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 key ingredients required to manifest your desires. Manifestation is simply co-creating with the universe your thoughts, visualizations, and desires so they come into fruition. Now, most people do not achieve their desires, and the reason for this is because they do not have all of these 5 key ingredients aligned. It's a bit like baking a cake. You need sugar, you need baking powder, you need flour, you need eggs, you might need milk. If you don't have all of those things, the cake is not going to turn out right. In the same way, you need all of these key components or ingredients to be aligned. So let's go through them. The first one is your thoughts. Now, there are 3 types of thoughts: positive thoughts, negative thoughts, and the third one that not many people know about is waste thoughts. Now, these are your general day-to-day thoughts. They take up energy in your brain, but they're not actually negative or positive. They're just neutral. Things like, what am I going to buy from the shops? What am I going to cook for dinner? There's not actually any emotion attached to the thoughts. It's just a thought. Majority of our thoughts are waste thoughts, unfortunately. Then the second majority is negative, and then the third is positive. But what we want to do is turn that around, so our positive thoughts consume most of our headspace. So the second key ingredient is your words. So your words have to align with your thoughts. How many of us think something and say something different? Like if you go to somebody's house, you're looking around, you don't necessarily like the decor, so you might be thinking, actually, that's a bit too blingy for me, a bit too flash, don't know why they've got that up there. But then you might say to your friend or whoever it is, I really love your house, you've decorated it beautifully. It's contradictory, right? So how many of us do that? We do it all the time. Our friend asks us, do I look fat in this dress? You may be thinking, yes, you do, but you say, no, you don't. So that's obviously, those are very small examples, but then of course that can be on a much bigger scale as well. So our thoughts and our words have to be aligned. The third key ingredient is your intention. So many people miss this part out when they manifest. Your intentions have to be for a bigger purpose. There has to be a greater cause. You could want a designer handbag, you could want a nice car, you could want a bigger house, but as long as you have a pure intention. That intention could be to give your family more space, or to be able to pick and drop your kids off from school in a more comfortable car, whatever it is. But that intention has to come from a higher place. It can't come from the lower mind, which is based on fear and lack and desperation. The fourth key ingredient is your beliefs. Now, we all know that we have limiting beliefs and empowering beliefs, and our limiting beliefs are formed when we are young. Most of our beliefs, actually, they say, is when we were like under the age of 7. That's why it's so important for us to instill empowering beliefs in children. So our beliefs go on to get shaped throughout our lives. And as we go through experiences, they just reinforce our beliefs. So if we were told, for example, money doesn't grow on trees growing up, then we might grow up thinking that money is in lack, and there's not enough of it, and there's a scarcity around money. And then if we get into financial problems and debts, that just reinforces that belief that we were told. So then we believe it even more. So then what we have to do as adults is reframe our beliefs. That's where affirmations come in. And then the fifth ingredient is action. Goes without saying, whatever you desire, you have to act on it. But until you've got those other things in place, they're not going to align. So let's just go through those 5 again. Your thoughts, your words, your intentions, your beliefs, and finally your actions. So I'd like you to Start being aware of this if you'd like to make changes in your life, or if you would like to manifest a different outcome from your current reality. Think about which of these ingredients are missing right now. If you'd like to watch more videos like this, then subscribe to my channel, Journey with Nikita. Namaste.